What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Real Deal Sports. Usual guys are here. Myself, Big John, Brother Walt. Gentlemen, playoff time, baby. How you guys doing, John? John, how you holding up? Walt, how you holding up after yesterday? You
I'm a little heartbroken. I'm not gonna lie. I was not too pleased with our performance yesterday. I don't know if you guys follow me on Facebook, but I did a little rant on Facebook. I was just wasn't happy with our performances and what JB Bickerstaff had going on for us. But we can talk more about that later. But yeah, how you feeling, John?
I feel good. OKC getting bounced. No surprise there. The only surprise.
It is a surprise because y'all was talking like they was about to get into the playoffs. Was that last show? Y'all was just talking like, hey, they got it.
But the only surprise for me was I actually didn't think they were going to play Gobert that much. And also, I'm going to come out and say, I didn't think Cat had 2 games in him. I'm just going to be honest. This man straight bum last year. I'm just be honest. Karl-Anthony Towns did not put any. This man was putting up 8-point games, 9-point games, in back-to-back games last year, and then he comes out and has 2 straight games. And by the way, I bet on him to score, so he covered for me in money wise. But I'm just saying, I actually didn't think he would actually do it, and he did. And so I give him credit to the bigs of Minnesota. That's the weakness in Oklahoma City right now is down low. We can't guard anybody. And sure enough, I think Cat and
Gobert. I think
Gobert almost combined for 50 points, the two of them. So kudos to them. Really expose them. I just didn't think they were actually going to play Gobert that much. I thought they were going to maybe play him 10, 20 minutes. And so I misjudged that.
In Cat's defense, though, he was going through a lot last year, though, especially with, the death of his mom. And I think he had actually a couple passes in his family last year. So in his defense, I kind of see why he wasn't so productive last year. But it just seemed like this year, though, he got something to prove. So I don't know. I wasn't expecting it, but it was definitely a great game. My unexpected was Gobert. I wasn't expecting Gobert to get 20 and 12, whatever he got.
Yeah, that's the thing is they didn't just combine for almost 50 points. I think they almost combined for almost 30 rebounds, the two of them.
Yeah.
It's just the two of them dominated the boards and dominated the paint, and that was the key difference. Anthony Edwards, we've still yet to see him have that, consistency. And
I'm done betting on him.
Whatever. But
I'm done betting on him.
But I'm not betting on him no more for a while, unless I see something. But I'm just saying, I do feel good because, like I said, man, Jalen Brunson, I'm telling you, bro, he is that man.
Bro.
Julius Randle had about 19 points with about 20 minutes to go, and the game ended, and Julius Randle had 19 points. But Jalen Brunson, man, down the stretch is one of the most clutch players. I like the Kings too. I know his name, Fox. De'Aaron Fox, one of the most clutch players in the league right now. But yeah, these guys they don't get phased in down the stretch. And so Jalen Brunson, man, I still got Cavs taking the series by hair, but I really like this kid going forward, man. He's gonna turn that franchise around.
I'm gonna be honest. If we don't switch up that matchup between Jetty Osman, Garden, Brunson, I swear to God, I'm gonna be mad as hell, bro. Because he was getting cooked the whole second half, bro. I don't understand why they had Jetty on Brunson when Brunson was just doing what he wanted to do the whole second half. If anything, you should have put either a Curl or Stevens in to defend him or something. You feel me? But that's always been our weakness anyway, is our small forward. And I said that coming into the playoffs is a Curl. Well, I said a Mobley, but a Curl is going to possibly be Achilles heel because he can't shoot that 3, and they're going to leave him open every time. So unless he can be productive some other way, some other how, man, that's going to kill us, man. That's going to kill us.
But yeah, I don't feel like it's like if a bad team plays bad, and then find like if the all right if the Bears right if the Bears all of a sudden learn how to like throw for 400 yards a game in a playoff game, you'd be like,
It wouldn't be that surprising because
yes, it
Justin.
would.
No,
Yes, it
no,
would. You'd be like,
no,
where's this come
no,
from?
no, no. You're not gonna do that.
So I don't feel bad
Problem is,
about
you
I
can't
don't feel bad
block.
about Minnesota getting Minnesota wrong, because I'm not gonna lie, that team on paper does not do those things they did the other night, and so I don't feel bad about like I'm glad they figured something out. I hope they continue to do that versus Denver. I think they're gonna go back to their old ways and just be trash, but we'll see.
Hey, I like how you trying to diss my boys. Like Justin ain't like that. So stop the cap. All right. But
Hey,
Hang on, hang on, hang on. No, hang
no.
on,
Whoa,
hang
whoa,
on.
whoa, whoa,
No,
wait, wait,
no,
wait,
no,
wait,
you
wait.
no, You acting
Don't
like
talk
hang on.
about him like he can't
If,
throw. He
I'm
can
not.
throw.
We're not
But he
saying
don't
he.
have the block.
hang on. No,
We're
that's
not
not what
saying
I
he
said.
can't throw, but we just don't
If
see him throwing for
if I
400
see
plus yards.
Justin,
He
if
can
I
do
see
it.
Justin, if I see Justin go for 250, 300, and then he starts putting up them games, fine. But if this man throwing 180, 180, 150, 180, and then playoffs he goes 400 back to back, I'll be like, you're right, I got it
It's
wrong. I did
not.
not see that coming.
He can't catch the ball for you. He only can throw it to you.
I'm not saying him. I did not say Justin Fields. I said their passing game. I said their passing game. That includes the
I
receivers.
see what you're doing.
All
You
right.
just got to mention the Bears, and that's all it takes just to get
I'm
Nico
just
started.
saying,
That's
there's a
all.
team
That's
that
all it is.
averages about 180 yards passing a game. If they start getting 400 back-to-back
Not even
games in the
like-
playoffs, I would be surprised. And so you could, as a Bears fan, be like, "I told you. All right, fine, whatever. You told me, but you were wrong the whole rest of the year." So, that's what they do, right? Is you get one wrong. It's like if I say and predict all 30 teams don't make the finals, you can say, "Oh, look, you were wrong about the one that won." I'm like, "Yeah, but I was right about the 29 who didn't." So you know what?
And, hey, I guess that's how we starting to show off. It's just like that.
That's right. Shots fired. Oklahoma loses. Take shots at the Bears. Go ahead.
Yeah,
And take
just,
shots at the Cavs.
Turn it on.
like
Turn
a
it
lame.
on, Nico.
Just like the lane. I see what y'all trying to do. But
That's right. Oh, it was it. Misery loves company. Oh, I'm losing.
Yeah.
Your team sucks too.
yeah, just like a lame. Just like a lame.
Yeah,
But no, seriously. I think shoot today, yesterday, uh, good basketball. The only thing that kind of that kind of well kind of was Philly because you didn't know how Philly was gonna come out. Philly.
yeah, I'm about to say he going in and
Nico,
out.
we got some audio issues.
Can you hear me?
It's like
You're coming in
kinda
now.
going
We
out.
might have to bring you back in. We might have to drop out and come back in.
Yeah, because your face is frozen right now too.
But yeah, we'll bring him back as soon as he's ready. But yeah, to his point, like the playoffs have been good, man, and we're gonna get some of these wrong. That's the fun part. But that's the thing. I'm never gonna come on here and not make bold predictions. Like I'm not gonna come on and be like, I'm not gonna. Sure, there's sometimes we'll say I think this, I think that, but man, I want to come on here and I want to make like, listen, this team was gonna get it done. This thing, I can't say I think all the time. Like sometimes, and we're gonna be wrong. But you know what? We've been right about some really big things. And by the way, before he gets back, one of the things we talked about the other day, man, LeBron's son has narrowed down to 2 schools, and guess what one of them is?
Oh, hey, child. Oh, baby.
Oh, USC. USC is still in that final.
That's okay though. That's okay. The fact that
I know, but I'm just saying, like, that's what I'm saying. We make bold predictions and we get them right all the time. So I don't feel bad about the few that we get wrong.
That's beautiful. I love that, man. Just to see if he can possibly come to Ohio State. I'm not so we're not that great, but I mean, just to have the LeBron James Jr. in the presence of being in that atmosphere is just gonna change it up. But at the end of the day, I want him to go to a school that's beneficial for him as well. So even if it is UFC, you know what I'm saying, it is what it is. I just want him to have a great career and not try to have too much pressure on him just because of the fact that he's LeBron James' son. So enjoy the college life. That's all I care about, man.
Talking about people about to change the landscape. The LSU Angel Reese just signed another NIL deal. Obviously, she's a sophomore returning. And she's kind of old for a sophomore, I guess. I don't know if maybe she was redshirted as a freshman or what. I don't know because she ain't young for a sophomore, but so by that standard, like she's got 2 more years. So if she's got enough if she can pull off another championship as a senior, man, she's gonna be so tempted to like come back to school because like, do I go to the WNBA and make 180 to 250, or do I stay here and just play a senior year, finish out my degree, and like the NIL really it makes it tough for like men's sports because there's a lot of men's sports, there's a lot more money to be made once you enter the pros, depending on where you rank in their draft. But with the women's currently, like, man, you can really like make a lot of money in college and finish out your degree. Like that's the upside of the NIL right now.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing though, because it's crazy the fact that she's saying that she is making more money in college than she would going to the WNBA, which is a messed up, crazy thing to think about, really. But yeah, it's a smart business move on her part, in my opinion. I mean, like you said, I mean, you getting the benefit of both worlds. You're getting your education and you're getting paid to still play basketball, pretty much for real. For LSU, you know what I'm saying? So.
I mean, it's not that crazy. Like, it makes sense because so the way NIL set up is you make what you're worth, right? Whereas the NBA and the WNBA, you don't make what you're worth. LeBron James does not make what he's worth in the NBA. Like, he just doesn't.
That's right.
Let's just say the Lakers bring in $100 million a year. LeBron probably brings in about 80 of that. AD brings in about 15, and then the rest of the team brings in about 5. But here's the thing. You need to pay all them dudes too, because what is the team without them? You know what I mean? Like Austin Reeves ain't selling anywhere near the jerseys or the ticket sales. Nickelback.
He might be hot commodity next year though.
So it's the same with other things. With pro sports, is I also have to pay someone to lose. You know what I mean? So like, yeah, the Detroit Lions are gonna lose every year, but I still need to pay them crazy amounts of money because I need somebody to beat. You know what I mean? Like, so that's the thing with pro sports is the money gets spread out so that, listen, even though I'm bringing in all the money, I need teammates, so they got to take a cut, and I need someone to beat, so they got to take a cut of my money that I made. Whereas with college, and overseas, one player will make $1 million, and then the rest of the team will make like $10,000 a year. And that's where, so it's like, you'll see like a USA player will go and say, well, I can make I can make $1 million playing in Germany. It's like, right, but what are the rest of your teammates making? They barely paying their bills because you make what you're worth. And so it's like, if that's what you want sports to be, which is what a lot of the rest of the world is, if you want sports to be where everyone only makes their worth, then like, yeah, you can get really rich or you can get really poor in women's sports. But men's sports is kind of more balanced out with the pay scale. But LeBron is not making anything close to what he actually brings in. There's no way.
I guess that's why you got to have endorsements and stuff off the court, I guess. So
yeah.
No, but it is interesting. You did say that.
Nico, you're still blurry and your audio's out. You're off.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, switch to your phone or something. I don't know if it's maybe the connection or what.
Yeah, we got that connection.
But yeah, I guess we can kind of jump.
You want to talk about the E40 thing? Because
definitely can talk about that. I guess, like I said,
this kind of plays into it kind of plays into what happened the other night with DeRozan's daughter, where people were upset because she was just screaming the whole time, and people were like telling her like, "Yo, shut that kid up!" Like, "Yo, shut." You know what I mean? Like, it's one thing to like cheer for your team. It's another just to scream the whole game. That's what people were saying she was doing. The same thing with E40 is apparently people's problem with him was he was blocking their view, and he's a pretty big fella, and so like apparently the people behind him were getting upset that he was standing the whole game. I know when we sat courtside at the WNBA games, like you're not allowed to stand if you're courtside, you're not allowed to stand like the whole game. You know what I mean? Or you can kind of get up and sit, but you gotta sit back. Matter of fact, they don't even want you getting up to go get your own food. Like they will bring you your food if you're courtside because they don't want you getting in everyone's standing up courtside. You get in everybody's way. It's not good for the game. So they actually encourage you to stay seated. So this is a pretty big fella. I understand people, but apparently he was standing like for large portions of the game to the point where people were getting into fights with him. And then eventually it came to the point where he started getting into it with them, and then I guess they removed him from the game. I don't know why.
Yeah, I'm about to say I don't know if it's the same concept as DeRozan's little girl, only because of the fact that E40 said that they were yelling racial slurs at him compared to DeRozan's daughter. All she was doing was screaming. I mean, I'm not sure they haven't come out with saying like, hey, people were saying this, and this about DeRozan's daughter, but I just feel like this kind of just goes back to that Russell situation. Well, I won't say I can't really say Russell Westbrook situation when he got into altercation with that fan, but it's just at the end of the day, if I'm paying this much money to be down here, why the fuck is y'all worried about what I'm doing? I didn't pay my money just like how you did, just because I might be in front of you or whatever. Yeah, I'm a bigger guy, but at the end of the day, I'm coming to this sporting event to support my team. So I might not be able. I mean, yeah, it might be annoying that I'm standing up the whole time, but I also paid my hard earning money to sit in these seats. You feel me? So at the end of the day, for them to be that mad because of the fact of, I just felt like it's just, tensions was high. You know what I'm saying? Sacramento, that was being their first playoff game, things like that. So tensions are very high. And then, E40 coming to your building, rooting for the Warriors. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's dumb. It's part of the game. It's part of the game for people to talk shit, but you just don't want to take the talking shit to too far when it comes to, the N-word or whatever the hell crackerjack, whatever y'all want to say, you feel me? But as long as it doesn't get to that point, it is part of the game for me to talk shit. So I don't understand why these are such a big deal nowadays when people, it's just on camera. It was way worse back then, you know what I'm saying? But now it's just the fact that it's a camera everywhere. So that's the only reason people are catching it, you feel me? So
Yeah,
it's part of the damn game. I'm supposed to talk shit. I'm supposed to irritate you and your team so my team can win. That's what I'm paying to come to the stadium for. So it's just I just don't get these people, man. I don't get it. I just really don't get it, man. It's part of the game, man. Stop being so fucking sensitive, man. It's just people nowadays are so damn sensitive about everything. It's so fucking annoying, man.
right. That's right. No, that's the thing is, for me, that's what I'm saying. So that's the only correlation was two different scenarios, but the DeMar DeRozan's daughter and E40 situation both started because fans of the team got upset that opposing fans came into their building and like disrupted it. And it's like, dude, all right. I was sure I would have to hear what was being said. I'm sure you can't like threaten people. There's comments that maybe E40
But that's why it's certain things that you can say.
My only thought was, you see how timid like they were about removing him, and he's a big fella. Like everyone came up, it was hilarious because he was like, he knew, like, I'm a big dude. Go ahead, remove me. And then all of a sudden they brought out a really big dude, like that dude they brought out to like remove him. I was like, oh dude, yeah, I'd probably move too if that dude started. But they brought in a big dude, and then that guy was like, just put his hand on him, like, come on, 40, we going. And then like 40 was like, all right, I'll go. But like, I mean, they had like 6, 7, 8 guys like trying to push him. Come on, man, come on, like trying to. They weren't pushing hard, but they were trying to like tell him to go out. And then all of a sudden, this one dude, I mean, this dude, man, he was massive. Just comes over and puts his hand on him, like, come on, buddy, we going. And you just see him turn around and go. I'm like, dang, dude. Every place, if you got security, needs to go find that guy and just hire that guy, man. That's that guy you want on your team right there, man. That's a big boy.
People just need to stop being sensitive, man. That's all it is. I mean, like you just said, I'm coming there because I want to disrupt. I'm supposed to disrupt your team. That's what I'm supposed to do. So I mean, I just like I said, it's certain stuff that you can say, but it's just don't take it to a certain level to where towards it's getting racial or your sex is being involved or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever offends you. You know what I'm saying? As long as it doesn't get to that point. But if I'm sitting here saying like, yeah, bro, you trash, like we about to get y'all buckets, or I'm editing what I'm saying, but I'm sure there's cussing and stuff involved. But like I said, as long as it doesn't go elevate towards what I just said, shouldn't be an issue, man. Talking shit is part of the game, man.
All through life, so I know I'm a pretty big fella. So all through life, I take certain, whatever, like I try very hard not to let anyone get scared by me, right? So if it's late at night, there's a lady coming, I will cross the street. That way, she don't even have to worry about whether like if I get too close, what's gonna happen? Too late, whatever. I'll go to the side just to let her know, like whatever. I ain't. In the movie theater, I will slide down in my chair because I know the person behind me has a hard time seeing. But people forget at games, like the word fan is short for fanatic. Like I am allowed to be crazy about my team. This is a time where I'm allowed to be come out of my shell, so to speak. You know what I mean? You see, I have family who the quietest people in the world. They go to their team's game. You're like,
they turn up.
Oh, who is this? You're allowed to, and that's a moment. And people think like this is still the 80s where people wear suits to the NBA games. It's like, nah, bro, nah. I'm allowed to come out of my shell. I'm allowed to be myself. I'm allowed to say some things, and really get involved. So I think that's missing from the game is people forgot what it's about.
Ooh, I'm sorry. I'm watching this game live too, boy. That's Brian and AD is having a block fest out here right now.
Hey, I always love that Maine comes on every time we talk Kings. I think he followed us because we talk Kings, and we talk a lot of other stuff too. But we talk some Patrick Kane here in a second too. Crossing some hockey. But I mean, he always finds us whenever we're talking Kings for sure. But yeah, I just who knows what was actually said. I'm sure someone's got the recording out there somewhere. But either way. Man, you gotta let fans be fans. It's just part of the game. Like it's a different arena from everything else we do in life. And if you can't be a little outside your shell there, where can you be?
I mean, but if you really think about it, Sacramento fans are going to be a little bit more extra because they haven't been there in a while. So you got to remember that tensions are going to be extremely high. And this is no disrespect. This is real talk, though. It's just the tensions are going to be high because they like, man, we ain't been here in a while. We ready to turn up. Yeah. We going to give y'all everything we got to try to get this dub. So
I was loving watching the post-game reactions of fans. Like they were talking like they just won the championship, bro.
Exactly.
Like I love that energy. Yeah, it was just great to see, like, even though it's like a clear overreaction, like, all right, calm down, Kings fans. Like, let's not get crazy. But still, it's fun to see, man. Like, it's just like, you know what? Fine. Ball out. Like, look, have your moment.
I hope I don't bomb his name, but I
do hope this series goes 7 either way, man. Because
I think his name is like, his last name is like Hurtler or something like that, or on the Kings. Yeah. But you see him at the end of the post game, though. He was like, look, y'all, it's only one game. It's only one game. So, hey, you got to relax.
But I will say this. Keegan Murray got to step up, bro. Keegan Murray got to step up, though. He got to do that stuff. I know he's a rookie. Man, he's been special. Set the record for rookie three-pointers in a season. Cool, really cool. But, I want to see a little more from him through this series because, they need him, man.
Sabonis got to start averaging 20, man. If Sabonis get under 20 one more time, man, I'm gonna be mad as hell. I'm just saying, bro. Like,
all right, but Sabonis ain't got to do stuff to cover your bets. He's got to do stuff that's best.
But you're that dominant to where towards you can average 20 and 10, though. You've shown it throughout the season. That's what I'm saying. It's like,
yeah, but he likes to pick up his 7-8 assists too.
That's what I'm saying. I don't mind that, but you still got to give me 20 though, bro. You are too dominant not to score 20 points, man. I'm sorry.
Nico, any thoughts on this E40 thing?
It's just one of the, like Walt said, he can enjoy the game too. He's a fan. Yes, he may be a very wealthy fan of the team, but still a fan. And I think people got to realize that, when you see these celebrities like, Kevin Hart at Philly game, maybe 50 Cent at a New York Knicks game or Giants,
Drake.
They're
Drake's a big one.
Huh?
I think 50 was at the Sacramento game.
He was. I think he has like part ownership.
That's crazy. I didn't know that.
But
he makes a good point here, man. It's like let's get them kids that are on the Warrior bandwagon. Let's bring them home now. All right, a lot of Sacramento kids that are become Warrior fans. All right, come on home. We got a team here too. Don't forget about us.
How can you say it's not necessarily bandwagon, but it's just like,
yes, it is.
Okay, whatever.
I'll say this: I'm starting to see some people fall off the wagon. They're starting to, them Warrior fans starting to try to find another team.
You
I'm not
can't
saying,
do that off of one game, though. That's
but
what
that's what bandwagon fans do, though. That's what bandwagon fans do. They overreact. They overreact to everything.
I guess. My fault, Nico. We definitely just cut you off, though. My fault,
Uh,
boss.
but no, I think that's more than us. They there to see a good game. Like that, they are there to put their teams on like before. People got to stop putting so much. Yes, was Golden State has had a nice run these last couple, and let's be honest, we don't know when it may come to an end. It's almost like Golden State is like the Patriots. They're always there. They just find their way there, and
Yeah.
eventually somebody may leave, and you may never get back. So you enjoy this ride while you can.
Yes,
You want to
sir.
talk some hockey?
Not really, but guess we got to.
No, so let's talk about this Patrick Kane because so it's playoffs are coming now. Patrick Kane, man, we hyped him a lot. We said, man, let's go get that down. Go find yourself a team where you can compete. And this team, remember this team when they took him, there was like a week or two of games where they had to play like less than they didn't have a full roster because like they got rid of so many guys to get him or so I forget how it worked, but they were playing shorthanded and guys were working, they're playing extra minutes, all kinds of stuff, just so they could carry over till they got him. They got him, and they went through a lot to get him. So he's got to deliver. Now, I'm not saying he's got to get a championship this year, but I think the Kings got to go somewhere, and I think he's got to do something with them. Do you feel like there's any pressure on him, or this is just like you know what, he just got here as a trial run. We'll get him next year like the Kyrie thing.
Probably better next year. I think.
You think so? I think they're gonna want at least a series or two out of you, man. I don't think they're gonna be like, all right, we can get bounced in the first round.
Yeah, but if you just getting there, and they can't be talking about championship plus, it's like, damn dog, I just walked through the door. Can I put my bags down for So I think they will see how far they can get in the playoffs. But I don't think like cover the bus.
Yeah, I don't think they're expecting no championships this year. This guy's been here like I think 18 games. Like I agree. He just got his bags down, but like I said, man, they put them guys through a lot. And again, they're playing sports. All right, so yes, we understand it. We're not trying to compare it to the rest of the world, but I'm saying as sports go and as hard work goes and what these guys put into their craft and risking injury and all that, these guys did put a lot of work in trying to hold that team up until he got there for a minute. So, it was free aid. It was not cap. What is it, cap deadline? Hell is what they call it. Whatever. But so I think they're gonna expect a little more. But we'll see. I just think they're gonna want something out of him.
Yeah, I'm about to say I'm gonna have to agree with y'all. I mean, like you said, him coming really from a championship. Well, I won't say recently championship, but they are champions coming to a championship team to the Rangers. I mean, yes, they're going to probably expect you to be like, "Hey, we need you to get us here," but in reality, it's like it's going to take time. Like you said, he's only been there for 18 games. So I'm a big firm believer of chemistry. You know what I'm saying? I feel like you can't really win a championship without having everybody on the same page. So you need that chemistry. So might not be all the way there yet, especially like I said, with him only having 18 games in. So I probably expect him to possibly deliver next year than more than this year. So,
hey, Nico, what was it? Did you watch Taves' last game the other day? I think we might have lost Nico again. If we can get him back, I'm interested to see. I'm interested to see like what Blackhawk fans actually feel because this is a really big moment. I mean, Taves just played his last game, so like that's the last of the last. Like he's, they had Patrick Kane, and I think he's trying to rejoin us. But this is the last of that group, Taves, and so not having. Here we go. He's back. I just wanted to hear what you thought about like Taves playing his last game and just we lost him again. My goodness. Something wrong with his feet, I think. We might have to We have to call this one.
No,
But
he said having a few issues. So
yeah,
um,
yeah. But anyway, it's a big changing. You know, I mean, it's like I don't know a team, whatever, but like, if the Warriors lose Clay and then Steph and then Draymond, like, that last moment, I wonder what that would feel like for them. But I don't know. Any other takeaways from the playoffs you got from the NBA playoffs?
oh, just other than the fact that what I'm watching right now, fucking this Lakers and Memphis game is nice. Hachimura is being a big X factor in this game. I wasn't expecting him to have over 20 plus points. So just the fact that I like the fact that the other guys on the Lakers are stepping up, and it's not just LeBron and AD. Because as we seen earlier, AD went down with an injury, but thankfully he was able to come back in the second half. But we not really seeing exactly how impactful he's going to be until he's actually able to get out there a little bit more. I think he may have had a few points in the third, but it's looking more of like the Hachimuras and the Reeves and the LeBrons that's kind of about to take the game over. But other than that, this first good game, I should say, first great game. But yesterday, like I said, just talking about my Cavs, man, just disappointed. I feel like we gave that game away. Like I said, I just felt like the coaching wasn't too up to par down the stretch. Like I said, I wasn't a fan of Osman being on Brunson. That final stretch in the fourth quarter, because clearly, like I said, that whole second half, he got cooking. He was in foul trouble the first half, but second half I was expecting him to turn up, and he ended up doing that. So I was a little disappointed in that. What other games was on yesterday? I'm having a brain fart.
Well, I know. Yeah, yesterday was Saturday.
Yes.
Brooklyn got I don't know that Brooklyn has anything in that series. That might be a sweep. That series might be a sweep.
Other than Malik Bridges, you know what I'm saying? I don't really, see them going to. They might get a gentleman sweep. They might get one game, but I do see Philly taking that series as well. So
yeah, and it's good for them to do it, because if they can get any rest they can get, man, is big. So absolutely. Yeah, I would hope that if Game 4 is close and they don't just check it in and be like, "Oh, we'll get them Game 5." I hope they put it away and be like, "You know what? We need to rest more than." And so
yeah. Then, like I said,
I think that could be our only sweep we see in the first round.
Yeah, I hope so. I just know that Cleveland better win tomorrow, because if not, I am going to be pissed. But I mean, those other games, like I said, those Kings and Sacramento, that was a great game. Like I said, great second half for Sacramento. I think we was kind of all expecting the Celtics to win against the Hawks. Honestly, they kind of did that kind of easily a little bit. The Hawks struggled from three last game. I think it was like 3 for 29 or something like that. So I'm pretty sure they're not going to go 3 for 29 all series, but they can't just fall in love with the 3-point shot, because the Celtics they're way too deep to handle that. They can kill you from inside and out. So
I was annoyed with the Atlanta Boston game.
Huh?
I was annoyed with the Atlanta Boston game. Atlanta pulled DeJounte Murray and Trae Young with 8 minutes to go in the game. Like down, I know they're down 18, but like 8 minutes is a lot. Like I was really annoyed by that one. I was really disappointed to see that from Atlanta. And then the bench kind of came back, cut it to like 10 or 13, and then they tried to bring them back in with 2 minutes to go. And it's like, dude, too late, man, too late. Like, this is free throw time now. Like, this is, I was really disappointed with Atlanta. I'm not saying they would have come back, but I just don't like seeing that, especially in the playoffs. You pull your guys with 8 minutes to go. Not cool. Brooklyn, I think they're done. And back to the Kings. Listen, this series don't get started until it goes to Golden State, though. I'm just gonna say, this Golden State was like 9-30 on the road. So, like, you beat them at home, you got to win those games. You have to win those games.
You have to win a series.
Now you got to go take one in Golden State too, and we'll see if they can.
Yes, sir.
I think that's gonna do it for today, though. We got some technical issues from Nico, but we'll get him back next one. And yeah, man, I'm excited, man. Good, a lot of big games, and we got a lot more stuff coming for you guys. So subscribing. Obviously, you're already subscribed. That don't apply to you, preaching to the choir. But comments, man, we love the comments. Thanks
sir.
to Maine for popping in with all the comments today.
Sir. Appreciate you, sir.
And then, of course, shares are very important. And then likes, they help us with the algorithm. But, likes are last on the list for me. So any of that, though. But, man, we appreciate it all.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all watching. It's your boy, Big Watt. My boy, John, the hardest working man in showbiz, and my man, Nico Suave. We appreciate y'all joining us tonight. Like he said, like, share, subscribe. Throw up them top reads, baby. We out.